The President has proclaimed emergency. This is nothing to panic about.
This was the speech given by Indira Gandhi post the President of India declared emergency in 1975 June 25th. The emergency declared by the President of India Fakhruddin Ali Ahmed under the advice of the Prime Minister Indira Gandhi is considered as the darkest chapter in the history of Indian democracy. Under Article 352 of the Indian Constitution, upon the advice of the Cabinet of Ministers, the President can overrule many provisions of the Constitution which guarantee the fundamental rights to the citizens. This situation is called as emergency. Usually, an emergency could be declared under the circumstances of war or natural disaster. In 1975, June 25th, the President of India, Fakhruddin Ali Ahmed, declared emergency upon the advice of the PM Indira Gandhi, not because of war or natural disaster, but upon the breakdown of law and order or due to internal disturbance. After 1967, Indira Gandhi emerged as an undisputed leader of the Congress party. She established her dominance in the government as well as in the party. India's victory over Pakistan in 1971 war made her a strong nationalist leader. D.K. Barua, the president of Congress party, even coined the term India is Indira, Indira is India. It was at the same circumstance where the opposition parties who already made grand alliance together against the Congress during 1971 elections began to question the dominance of Indira Gandhi. They pointed that Indira Gandhi acts like a dictator. Parallel to this situation, there were conflicts between judiciary and the Congress government. The Supreme Court made many judgments that the many initiatives of the government were violation of the Constitution. The major examples are the Golaknath case of 1967 and the Supreme Court judgment in favorable to private banks against nationalization. In the Golaknath case, the Supreme Court passed a judgment that Parliament cannot simply amend the Constitution changing the provisions that guarantee the fundamental rights to the citizens. Also, against the nationalization of banks, the Supreme Court were in favorable to the private banks. In turn, the Parliament passed 24th and 25th Amendments to overrule the above mentioned two judgments. Thus, the conflicts between Supreme Court and the central government continued. Post 1973, the economic condition of the country got worsened. It resulted in recession, growing unemployment, inflation, and scarcity of food. The relationship with United States got worsened after 1971 Indo-Pak War. This resulted in the reduction of foreign aids as well. In 1973 and 1974, the monsoon got failed and it resulted in drought. All these resulted in the decline of the popularity of Indira Gandhi among the people of India. During this period, under the leadership of George Fernandez, Indian railway employees striked for 3 continuous days. It happened to be the largest industrial strike in the world, with the participation of 1.7 million employees. Popular unrest happened in the states of Gujarat and Bihar. In Gujarat, the popular protest happened in the form of student strike against the Congress state government and the CM Chimanbhai Patel. Chimanbhai Patel was accused to be corrupt. Students with the support of opposition parties protested demanding his dismissal. This movement was called as Navnirman. He was forced to resign and Gujarat came under presidential rule. In 1974, inspired from Gujarat, students of Bihar also protested against the Congress state government for the growing corruption and economic decline. The ABVP, the Student Front of Janasangh and other non-communist student parties joined together as Chhatra Sangharsh Samiti and led the strikes. Students invited veteran freedom fighter Jayaprakash Narayan to lead them. JP joined the student movement upon two conditions: that the strike should be non-violent in nature and should be nationwide rather than restricted to Bihar. During the Jayaprakash Narayan's massive procession through the streets of Patna in 1974 June 5th, he called out for a total revolution. While JP movement was getting strengthened on the one side, at Allahabad High Court, a petition was filed by Raj Narayan, who had lost elections to Indira Gandhi in 1971. It alleged that the PM has won the election through corrupt practices. In the petition, out of 14 accusations, 2 were proved to be valid in the Allahabad High Court. The first being, the state government built a stage for her election campaign, and second is that one of her election agent was a government official. The Allahabad High Court gave the verdict that Indira Gandhi's victory is no more valid and therefore she is no more the PM as per the constitution. British newspapers quoted this verdict as the dismissal of the PM on the ticket of a small case. She gave appeal in the vacation bench of Supreme Court, where the Supreme Court gave intermediate verdict that Indira Gandhi can stay as the Prime Minister while the trial continues. By now, the opposition political parties under the leadership of Jayaprakash Narayan demanded the PM's resignation. JP organized a massive demonstration in Delhi on June 25, 1975. He asked the army and government employees not to obey the corrupt government. Having all this happened, at the advice of her son Sanjay Gandhi and Siddharth Shankar Rai, the Congress CM of West Bengal, Indira Gandhi decided to declare internal state of emergency. On 25th June 1975, the President Fakhruddin Ali Ahmed signed an ordinance declaring a state of internal emergency under the Article 352.